How are your wings?
Really good.
What was the sauce?
Blood butt. It's a buffalo
Blood.
sauce. Naga chilies.
Ground spicy, I think. Is that a Lost Boys reference as well? Blood butt.
Say again, sorry?
Is that a Lost Boys reference as well?
Yeah, it's one of the Lost Boys apparently. Well, I think so, based on everything else they do. You got Wendy, No Name, Rufio.
I've never watched a Rob Williams film after he died. I just find it too hard to watch, like. Weird.
For what film?
Rob Williams. Total shame, that.
Oh,
Robin.
yeah, it's really sad that one, wasn't it? Didn't he get like a brain disease or something?
He didn't want to. Shit in the ammo. He didn't want to be harming his family with his health. So. You fucking bastard. Where are you, you fucking bastard? You fucking... Boom. Fucking boom. Fucking boom. Fucking dead. Tower defense, yeah? Tower defense.
This game's a little bit prone to crashing though, so.
Is it? Is it indie game, like?
I don't even know, I think so.
Not been touched, like.
It's had a few updates. Have you seen pictures of it? It's just like a big honeycomb sort of hexagon board.
I don't even know about it. I just know it's not a very good name, like. I'm not a fan of the hashtag.
They tried and failed, didn't they? I've had it for ages. I played it a little bit, but it was just a bit taxing. And I don't know if I just didn't notice the vault mode. Through that, I'm really good at tower defense. Basically, and the longer you last, you unlock stuff that you can then use from the beginning of the next time. So that's how they sort of make progress. And now I've been playing it. This is the most I've ever played this game. I've had it for a few years.
I never heard of it, like. Interesting to play it.
No, yeah, it's shit, though. They just tried to be smart and didn't work.
Yeah. You bastard. What do you think would be the next thing? You know how zombies were a thing for about 15 years? Zombie movies, games, series. Pirates were a thing. Vikings were a thing. Vampires?
More's not been done with Greek mythology.
Aye. Pretty cool as well, though.
It's really cool. I prefer it to Norse.
Yeah. I see that. What about fish? They should make things about fish series, like games and loads of
Some
it.
sort, yeah, like Atlantis type series. I can see what it is. Quite high budget though, probably. I like The Watchmen.
I've never seen it, believe it or not.
Fucking awesome.
The length of it put me off. It was another totally 3 hours long. That's what I noticed.
Nah,
About,
220. 2 hours 20 minutes.
it's pretty good though, you said. Check it out.
Ah, it's one of the best superheroes because they're kind of just like you would. It's kind of like it's what The Boys would have based itself on, really. It's they're all kind of anti-heroes to varying degrees. One of them actually tries to rape another one, and then eventually does rape later on. It's Jeffrey D. Morgan plays the comedian. Dr. Manhattan, he's a fucking. You probably can't get a stronger superhero than Dr. Manhattan. Even people like Galacticus and fucking Thanos and Kang. Nah, he's that powerful.
Superman
yeah.
is powerful.
Really good, really dark. Rorschach is a fucking great character. He's just really hard, and he's got a Rorschach mask that's ever changing. He's got like a trench coat.
Yeah, I've seen that guy out.
It's a nutter. It's hard.
Superb, man. That's what it should be. The guy is just nice. Superb, man. Totally superb. Must be where I'm going. Anyway, yeah. Shit. Hold on there. Superb, man. What the fuck happened there? Can you get a, yeah. Can you get a tour of Wembley? Have you ever done a tour of Wembley before?
I'm
Must be
almost
good,
certain you can, because all stadiums do it.
Never done it, right? Wembley.
At Old Trafford, you can get like
I've done that one. Yes.
you can get the experience where you come out the tunnel.
Done that.
They give you.
Yep.
I've
done that.
You done that?
I've got photos of it, man. I'll send you them. Like, done it years ago.
What, they played the Champions League music?
I don't know if I played music. We just ran out the tunnel. It was me and my mum actually at the time. She was with me. We went. How did I get
There's my mate did one where I don't know if he asked for this specifically maybe, but like he got to put on a United shirt like a whole strip and walk out to the tunnel to the Champions League music at Old Trafford, and then they got like fake crowd playing and like noises.
Definitely
and that.
that.
Fucking quality. I'd probably start crying.
You know what was unbelievable? It was actually kind of semi-chills was the trophy room. Fucking hell, it was like a fucking Tutankhamun's tomb, eh? Just shiny gold everywhere, silver everywhere. But you came up was fucking annoying, right? When we showed up at a tour, it was like 12 o'clock. Paul Scholes had already been furious because every time most days they've got a player. At the time they had a player and they started hanging at the shops and just signing stuff. Paul Scholes was there, but he was away by the time we got there. Fucking amazing with Paul Scholes.
He doesn't hang around.
Yeah.
He's known for just fucking off straight away, apparently.
Yeah.
And he used to come in, play football, and then instantly get changed and go.
Yeah.
Not even shower, just go and shower at home.
No,
he's got a severely autistic son.
Right.
Yeah, he's got like. I don't know to what severity, but I've never seen him in camera. I know what one of his sons is.
Just Kelly chooses Dr. Clones. What is he known for? Chomping on the fucking...
He never even had an agent.
Yeah.
No, that was the thing with him. He never had an agent because he never wanted to be United. He was, why do I need one? Or like, you know, Gary Neville.
Happy there, right? I mean,
Neville, Giggs and Beckham were like, well, you know, deals and stuff.
I'm
a football player.
Yeah, you're playing for a team that's playing like that and they're known for being amazing. You know, so why would you leave?
He just
why does Ronaldo want to go to Saudi Arabia? Has he got an actual reason? He said I do genuinely want to keep playing football. So he just doing it for
I don't think he's actually signed that deal. I think that's bollocks.
That was the money. Why the
Paul Scholes is one of the. Someone tried. The guy that owns Inter Milan tried to sign Paul Scholes in Inter Milan. His reply was, "The only way I'm ever going to play for you is if you buy Manchester United." He's like, after that, we'll bother trying again.
Yeah, like the cafe in Old Trafford, they had like chairs, red chairs with your players' names in the back of them. If you look. We went in the pitch, like you had to be walked into the pitch, in the tunnel. Gift shop was incredible by the way, it's not really expensive, like massive, and there was like a Chinese family picking up loads of tops. I'm talking a trolley full of football tops.
They're always up to something, aren't they?
Oh, is it look what they've
They're
got,
always
man.
just silently ninjaing it up and fucking
Even
like, scheme. Not causing any trouble whatsoever.
Doing some, I think they just had loads of money, yeah. But even then, like, they were probably about 60 quid. And this is about 10 years ago. Wouldn't it matter, 70 quid, but fucking hell.
They're quite shy people, the Chinese, aren't they?
Not the ones I've met, like, I thought it was horrible. I thought it worked. When I worked at a tourist pub in Edinburgh, it was a fucking nightmare when they came off the bus. Because you get like Chinese tour buses that would come by every so often, and they would all pay separately, they'd all shout at you, waving money in your face.
Oh yeah, that's just their culture with the
Yeah, I'm like, ah! And I'm like, oh, get out! So anxious, but just up shouting. And we'd be like, haggis! Just shouting haggis at you, right? Waving a 50 quid note in your face.
Oh, I had.
Just like, fucking chill it, man.
This one time I was bartending in Clapham, and this Chinese dude, where obviously his English was really like unlimited. The way he did his fist at the time as well and raised it like an uppercut, I just like, oh mate, it turned to him like in the middle of the service, like, we have it, mate, and he just went, Tiger beer! I fucking wet myself. I lost it.
Tiger beer.
Because he just like uppercutted and just went, Tiger beer!
Cigar. Oh man.
I just fell about, honestly. I got him the beer and decided to fuck him off quickly because it was getting, you know, it was a bit much how much I was laughing in his face.
I've got one better for you. I had a tourist thinking maybe Spanish or French with Spanish. But the guy was looking at the whiskey list, a massive list of single malt whiskies. And he said, I would like something long and hard in my mouth. So he said, I don't know what he meant by it. We were just like, me and the fucking my mate laugh, working the bar, fucking pissing ourselves there.
Yeah, what did he say?
I just started laughing. I was like, I just gave him anything. It was like long and hard in the mouth. That's what he said. That was his description. I don't know what he meant. Smoky whiskey maybe. Oh, it's fucking greasing up laughing at.
A lingering taste, I suppose.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Long and hard.
Like a stiff.
Long and hard in the mouth.
Oh, fuck off, mate. What do you expect me to do with that? You're asking for trouble.
You used to get the Yankees speak to you really slowly and loud, There you go. Alexa, I need a Coca-Cola. You need one. You fucking need one. I can hear you. I can what you're saying.
Yeah, they can be pretty brash.
I had two American tourists come up to me and ask how to get to Loch Ness, how to walk there. And I said, oh, it's just down the road to the left, and they fucking left the pub there to walk there. And I'm like, you think this is a wee fucking village, don't you, Scotland? Honestly. I'm talking Loch Ness is like 300 miles away from fucking here. 200 miles away from
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
no, I know. I can picture it on the map.
And it's just like, alright, cheers. We walked to Loch Ness.
Just have fun.
It is kind of cruel because they make you end up in a bad area. Like, I mean, you need to look up stuff when you come to the country. Like, so what's going on?
I like it when I get like those older gay tourists asking me where the nudist beach is. And my reply has become, yep, just straight away, just like, yep, no, I just he's on the. I don't know. I think even the police were trying to find him and sharing his photo, and he was wanted for performing an indecent act on himself down on the beach, and I recognised him from the shop.
Oh, you're telling me that. Like chugging the beach.
Those bushes by that beach, by the nudist beach, though, that's what they're for. Like, you know not to go there at night time. Even in the daytime, it's a bit
chugging
airy,
beach.
Well, they're all just cruising and fucking. There's loads of people walking their dogs and stuff as well. It's a bit fucking blatant if you ask me. But it's almost like tradition. Grindr's killed it apparently. You know, they've got the data now, but growing up, I just always before the social media and that, like, I always knew that. When I was even living in Shoreham, a little bit out of town, well, out of the city certainly, it's about 5 miles away. Just at that bit on the way to the marina is where the gay boats just go and fucking wank each other off.
As you do. There's a guy in Kirkcaldy, it's a town near Glenoffice. Guy that's been wearing a balaclava and flashing at people. He's been doing it for about a year, 2 years. And my pal Dave is known for wearing a black balaclava for a laugh, like when he's out drinking and that. That's fucking you, innit? I said, no, it's not me. It's you. Balaclava abuse.
Yeah, I've never understood flashing. I do actually think it's a precursor to rape, though, to be honest. You know, in the same way that allegedly, like, killing animals is allegedly a precursor to killing humans. People are going around killing cats and stuff.
I'm all like, I don't know, kink shame or that. Folk can do whatever they want as long as they're no affecting another person. If you're forcing somebody to see you naked, is no nice thing to do, especially when it's children.
It's intimidating, and they don't know what's coming next.
Totally out of order, like.
They don't know what's about to happen, you know, even if they know that it's.
Yeah, it's just.
We had a cat killer like a couple of years ago, and he got caught and everything like that. And that don't fuck with the cats. Got ended up I learned it from one of those things that it's apparently a precursor to killing humans because they don't get the same thrill after a while. So they end up killing something bigger.
Was that? Oh shit.
We've still got, I didn't realise, I only remember when it comes up, but like, we've still got, there's a girl that got kidnapped, she's never been seen again in Worthing, near us. About 10 miles, 12 miles. And it's just like, I thought these days they always caught them, you know? There's literally no trace of her, like, they're still offering it, it's like 4 years, and they're now offering like a 20 grand reward.
Pretty washed.
It's just like, you hear these things happening, but it's usually like fucking an incident where someone, you know, and there's a body and stuff, but.
We had a guy go missing. It was actually Laura's mum used to watch him when he was younger. But he vanished for a nightclub in Glenrothes 10 years ago. 2012, I'm pretty sure. And he's never been seen. He's never been heard. They can't find him. Apparently they've searched everywhere, but I don't believe it because the police said that they searched all the farmland and the woods because we've got loads of woods around here. And they said that
funnily enough, sorry.
They said that they'd searched all the woods, but no, because I've asked folks who've got like land and they said no, please don't come out of their house and ask to search. They're lying. I reckon the boy's falling asleep in the bush and fucking died. So I reckon that's nasty.
But I read a story that it sounded so unbelievable that I had to actually verify it, but I checked it out and it's quite, you know, it seems like it's definitely true. You know the team FC Basel? They're Switzerland, and there was a Champions League game in like 2005, apparently, where they went to San Siro in Milan, and this bloke who was like in his late 40s, early 50s, went for a piss, got lost, missed the away team coach, and ended up spending 10 years living on the streets of homeless in Milan.
Yeah.
Before he managed to get home. So I'm not speaking the language. Been a bit of an old boy.
Couldn't you get how to get away?
Yeah, apparently his wife still don't believe him, but like, it's just mad how that sort of thing can happen.
Yeah.
It's usually, sadly, the worst case scenario, but
There was
10
a guy,
years is a long time. You'd move on, wouldn't you? Unfortunately, sadly, like, you'd move on.
There was a guy from Fife who went to, I don't know if it was Saudi Arabia or Qatar, but he had a outstanding debt with a bank in the UK. It wasn't a bank for there. But he actually got arrested for it. It was like a full human rights thing, but he actually just got released quite recently. Yeah. But the police said arrested him for a debt in a totally different country at a different bank. Fucking wild, right? And they were trying to get amnesty and that involved, just saying like, the boy's got a debt, but it's fuck it to do with you, it's to do with the UK, and they've been able to let him go. You got to eventually, like, look, look at that. Scary though, what's happened, right?
Brings up a fraud.
I have dreams of getting lost in this city and I kind of get away in that.
Yeah, I always feel pretty good at navigating. I always quite surprised myself. Like, I think it's just being a bloke. To be honest, I think we've just got that advantage. It's just one of them things we're better at.
Oh, I'm shy at getting around like I get lost too easy.
I mean, I know this city well enough now, but like, if I'm in somewhere that I don't know, I can still sort of work it out. We've got the beat right there. It's pretty easy to know what's out.
I forgot to ask you, how do you know where to go? Is it, have you got a sat nav or something on your bike? Or do you just
the Deliveroo app and the Uber app is basically a Google Earth type map of the city.
Right.
But it's proper good, and yeah, just shows you. But I mean, I know all the roads these days anyway.
Huh. So would you have to stop your bike and look at it, or if you look at it while you're getting about?
A lot of them have this vehicle mount for your phone.
Right.
I choose to have mine in my chest pocket of my jacket so that it forces me to stop driving. I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Because I never want to get too engrossed in it. Even though one of the other riders said the other day the police pulled him over, like sirens and everything. And you play with your phone. And I literally tapped it while I was driving.
Yeah.
You are allowed to do that. It was just a bit of copper being a knobhead. But even still, I wouldn't want to get too engrossed in it. If it's something I've debated it, I might do. Because sometimes you keep pulling over cancel it. You don't want it, do you know what I mean? So sometimes it will have you just let it go cancel. But I just like the idea of it. I suppose I could watch.
That'll be risky.
Yeah, when he was going through all the safety stuff today, sort of he was quite light out. He's actually he's a really good instructor, but he was Brazilian, and the little details in his language weren't quite up to scratch, I felt, but he was a really nice bloke and really decent. He really tried, you know, you can tell like when people weren't getting it, me included, he was just like rather than blaming the student, he's like, how can I do that? But
how much did it cost you to do it again?
120, but I paid for that a few weeks ago when I booked it in. Yeah, it was describing all the sort of safety stuff and like why and you know, and he was just like, think of it as like you're going on a cheese grater. If you crash, it's not even going like 10, you know, slowly. You still grate your fucking skin. It's not about like the helmets. Yeah, that'll stop you dying. But you really want to be wearing protective padding to stop you from getting really injured, because those kinds of scars are fucking painful for ages to heal. But yeah, it's just a good reminder, really.
Have you ever hit a bird? About seagull there?
Really.
Have you got a lot of seagulls down there? That's there.
They're like an army, they're a well organised military unit.
Aye. See if you put a see here, if you put a bit of bread out, there'll be a seagull coming out of nowhere. Where the fuck have you been? Fucking waiting.
Yeah, there was a seagull last 2 summers ago when I had the shop, first time at the shop. Kieran thought it'd be a good idea to give him some of the hot chili extract, which I didn't approve of.
That's not it.
Yeah, but apparently I googled it to see how much you typed it over. Apparently they don't have receptors, but it was spitting it back out. It was trying to swallow it and spit it back out. It was obviously doing something to its stomach or something like that, and I weren't happy. But
taste as well, but you know.
I don't taste that strong, do they? But that's the fucking danger. But like for a few weeks, like months even after that, like that bird was pecking away at the fucking mirror, the glass window, like making loads of stains and stuff and saliva and I was asking people like, why do you think that is? They're like, well, they're territorial, like, probably see its collection. Which makes sense, but that doesn't explain when it used to go and perch itself on the pagodas and then like make a fucking kamikaze dive into the window as well. Like it was pissed off. Like they lived quite a long time as well, apparently, like 18-20 years. And this one was like, we used to watch it. It was called Steven Seagal. And he was a bully. Honestly, he was the leader. They're very alpha mentality, apparently. Yeah, and you'd see him like loads of food will drop, but he wants to have first pickings, and I'd see other seagulls going for a bit of food that he's not going for, and he would fucking bite at them, and like, they picked it up, he would chase them, and just be like, right, put that down, I'm having the first fucking deal over there. He was a right knob, to be honest. No one's got a good word to say about Stephen. Frankly, he's an arsehole.
Seagull took a sandwich for Laura not long ago out in the beach, grabbed it off the hand, right?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck, but
they're aggressive, like I used to say to tourists as well, because I've seen this very thing happen. Like, there's one in front of you, just going like trying to walk through and that makes sense.
There's actually a photo of me getting attacked by a seagull.
Coming down, it's about to like. They knock the food out of your hand as well, so everyone can have a bit.
Yeah.
Create chaos. They could just get a chip. They don't.
There's actually a photo of me getting attacked by a seagull. St Andrews. I'll need to find it. Laura was taking photos of her and me, and I was like, she was just taking a photo of her, and I was in the background looking at a seagull's nest. and then the big seal came and started pecking it there. And it's a photo of me going, ah, totally cowering. Scary that. So noisy, it was like hurting my ears. Calling really loud. Yeah, give me that gun. Oh, you cunt. You fucking bastard. Hashtag. I once had a lassie say LOL to a friend, like non-ironically. It fucking infuriated me like, ah, you fucking son. You said LOL, you laugh to show that it's something funny. Just say it, you've got to laugh. If I was to do something funny and you said LOL, I'd be raging like, what the heck is in?
Yeah, sorry.
If you know, if you told a joke and somebody said LOL instead of laughing, wouldn't you be infuriated?
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Don't be afraid. Once your soul has been consumed, your fear will cease.
Here's the rat.
The UAC,
Yep, there's the
bridging the
fucking
gap
rat.
between humanity and the mortally challenged.
Come on, yes.
You now have access to the heart chamber.
Did you watch The Simpsons when you were younger?
Oh yeah. Love The Simpsons. I had loads of DVDs as well.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have all the seasons on the box. Yeah, I had like I only had 6 box sets. So I always wanted to get all of them and then just pick them.
Yeah. I
haven't bought
kind of
DVD
missed that.
in years. It's quite loads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of.
It's nice on the
about
shelf.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a material person, but I know what you mean. But I don't think that's a
requirement.
and stuff like that. But it doesn't feel like as much of a thing now that they're on. Just like thing that you pick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like you go to the shop, you get the gentleman, the lock, stock, snatch.
It was exciting.
You gotta go and you gotta seek it out. You gotta have someone get it for you. I'll sit around. You make a bit of a thing about it.
I remember me and Dave and Pete Sam watched Shameless on the box set. Fucking loved it. They were pissing ourselves laughing. You just miss that because everyone's like, instead of sharing stuff, we're all watching separate stuff. There's no like water cooler chat where people talk about what they watched on telly. It's like, I watched Breaking Bad, I watched Lost, I watched this, I watched that.
I don't know, I think that still happens a lot.
Aye,
Game of Thrones, that's
yeah, few. What was the last time you watched series or movie?
Red Dwarf.
Yeah, that's not really fine. Timeless. Did you watch Red Dwarf? What once?
I've been watching it quite a bit lately just because it's just background watching when everyone watches stuff, wants something on in the background. So I think Red Dwarf. Lately, that's my big thing.
Oh, I fucking love Red Dwarf.
I don't watch that much stuff. I'm very much a creature of habit, and like, I suppose the biggest new thing that I've watched, like new to me, and that's a few years old now.
You need to watch. Looking for Eric. Into watching it. It's funny when we talk about the seagulls quote. What the fuck are you talking about?
I said something to Damien a few weeks ago, and Damien was like, "That was very Eric Cantona-esque." And I took it as such a compliment.
Yeah. He started being like that after the Karate Kick. He started being all philosophical and peaceful after that moment.
I
Before then he was a bit of a hothead there, known for being snappy and that with refs. Especially in France. I've seen videos of him in France being fucking violent and that. And angry and violent. It's mad being known as a king years after you've left football. Like,
yeah, he just retired for fucking who knows what reason.
30-year-old, he said he was too old. He fucking keep going. Fucking 30-year-old.
I think he just wanted to go out on a high, like proper high, like peak of his powers. I do vaguely recall like hearing him say that he'd always plan on retiring at 30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
I think he was
I like that
Eric. Looking for Eric Cantona.
What's the time?
1826.
Wow, I thought it was much later than that, and I was convinced my clock had stopped. I'm really tired all of a sudden as well. I think it's absolutely
Up early.
yeah, hopefully I can relatively soon.
The second control terminal
Well,
still
my
requires
liver account
activation
put on
to
hold
destroy the
until I get
nest.
my CVT uploaded, which I've done. And they've got back to me.
I'm unable to open the
and
door to the second terminal at this time. You'll need to find an alternate
still a bit
route.
of a spanner in the works. I've never been so fucked for money. Well, I was in a lot more debt with the chicken shop, but just that was being paid for by the shop. Sorting it out, but personally, I'm just shit tired from doing long hours on a motorbike.
Oh, aye.
It really is. I underestimate it. The way I look at it with a smart car, it's 3 months of the year that I don't want to be on a motorbike. That's what it is. That's 25%. And of those other 9 months, apparently it rains 50% of the days in England. And then you get wind and stuff. So let's just say 50% of the other 9 months, 4.5 months. That's 7.5 months that ideally I don't want to be using a motorbike.
No.
A little bit in the daytime is one thing, because obviously that's the cheapest to run, you know, in terms of petrol. You can get around the city better. But like, I think if I do the early morning shifts in a smart car, it's still going to be clear roads. So it's too much as well. I think you're. The guy today was the motorbike was saying like, it will happen when you come off your work. You want to be ready for it. Like it was, everyone said that, but you know, at some point you come off it. I don't believe that necessarily. You're always careful, but obviously,
I mean,
the more you do it, the more complacent and just generally the amount of more minutes you're on the road for will be upped. So the chances are higher. I do think complacency is the biggest danger when it comes to
it's probably, he's probably trying to put a wee bit of fear into you so you're a bit more complacent, and I think he's generally means that. Like.
Yeah, it's totally, but it's not just him that said that, but like
that
totally,
was the case. Nobody'd be on a bike if that was a stat, and you'd sell them. That was the case. Like.
Well, it doesn't necessarily. I don't think they necessarily mean crash, but you know, like come off it and skin a little bit.
Yeah.
So you know, even just a little injury, basically.
Be a good host to our new friends.
You should get a Power Ranger helmet. That'd be fucking smart as fuck. Like. Sure they make them.
Ask not what we can do for you. Ask what you can do for us.
Sorry, the head's ran out of battery.
You should get a Power Ranger helmet. That'd be cool. Novelty. Novelty. Smart as fuck. Honestly.
It's a geezer that does it with a Cookie Monster. It's like a big furry.
You really get tips for doing that. You get things like that. It's cool as fuck. You do money.
I don't want anything too distinctive as well, because you don't want to become identifiable too easily. In case you end up needing to do something one day.
Well,
So
you can just get all the helmets, the Power Rangers helmets, and change them every day.
the guy with the Power Ranger helmet. So.
Oh, well, what one? The blue one? Oh, that's for me. That's for the red one. I see what you mean.
No, I never liked it. You could just, even if you're not in the wrong, someone could just take someone out on you one day. They recognise it. It's so distinctive. Why they recognise it. There's one guy that he's got like this graphics of like a solar system painted all over his box, and he stands out like a sort of bum. Not that I've got a beef, but like if someone did and they wanted to go and do his tires or bike or whatever, and nick it or it's a bit too. It's just about unnecessary.
The shame about Jason David Frank, the White Ranger and Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Shame out. He actually had the argument with his wife at a hotel and got so fucking upset he took his own life. Horrific, eh? Well, obviously he had issues like that.
Some of these stars seem to have it's such a high pressure. You know, anyone can write anything about you. You can't do anything about it. Imagine that. People are going to believe it. You put words with pictures and they'll go, oh, fucking hell. You know, I could put a picture of you or Pete or Craig online You sort of looking over your shoulder, not a serious look on your face, but not a smile.
Yeah.
Accompany it with the words, "Pedo gets off." You know,
People away to the primary school.
and people will go, "Oh, fucking dirty nonce." They'll comment,
Fucking
"Scum nonce, fucking send it to the death penalty," like blah blah blah. No, send it back to his name.
Prince Harry was pointing at something, right? And there was two pictures. There was the one in the Sun or the Pro Queen whatever paper, and then this one he was sticking up his middle finger, and the other one he was just pointing at something, and they totally like made him look like he was giving somebody the finger. It's fucking absolutely evil. It's because
and obviously
you
you
left
can get people done for slander and that, but like you can just get people like, you know, no one ever found out who these women were that accused Bill Cosby. You know, it's not like they had to stand trial. Like he was just tried by the public. It was just widely considered that he did do it, and you know, the chips are falling where they have. But still, you could just, if you really hated a celebrity, for example, you could just create fucking 60 Google accounts, all from different IP addresses in various internet cafes all across London. Get yourself a bus pass for the day, and just, you know, go and like go and just fucking tear someone down. Like that's able to be done. Obviously, if they were completely innocent, they would tick off on that. I think Bill Cosby.
He had said though because he thought it was fine to do it, because it was sort of part of the culture, partner taking drugs. So he was drug woman. He said he thought it was all right because everybody had done it. That was his excuse.
Well, that's, yeah, I heard that as well, isn't it? Like, that's Tim Jeffries was banned a few times. He's specialist. It's hard. I understand it was, but there's no like fucking. What he's basically saying is, no one up to this point has ever told me there's anything wrong with drugging and raping. Now that I know it's wrong, I won't do it again.
I'll stop by, even though I'm fucking 92, if I die.
But you could have people coming out going, just making stuff up, or even people that you did know when you were younger that you didn't like. Do you know what I mean? There was some sort of in their heads. You can't really attack every single one. Like, I think, you know, you get some of these people, they just, as a policy, they just don't read the comments. It's a bit tricky when you're a certain type of public figure though, when they're actually writing articles about you, for example. I suppose that's a different level, because if you've got a whole article about you, you're going to be curious, aren't you?
What the fuck am I doing here? What am I doing up here? What's going on? Jason David Frank had a lot of fans as well, a lot of cult fans, loved him, total shame that.
Yeah, my mate Scott,
The
who grew up in martial
UAC.
artist.
Your blood sacrifice today.
He's who I found out.
Better tomorrow.
It was one of his martial arts heroes growing up. He was always the ring manager when we were fighting.
Yeah, he was my fucking childhood hero as well, like. Grim, like. You hear that? Oh no!
It must be a very stressful life. It must have been Eminem, for example. Like, I get what's happened to Eminem, not fully, obviously, because no one ever can, but like, you're from such poverty, like you're living in a trailer park or like apartments that are just getting, you know, little huts, effectively, before they're getting shot up and stuff. Like, you're struggling, your wife's fucking struggling, and you're plunged into the being with Dr. Dre. And she ended up getting a fucking Is it crack or heroin? I think it's heroin that Kim got into, isn't it?
Kim.
Yes, he got into heroin.
I'll sometimes read about, I'll go on Wikipedia and read about random celebrities, and sometimes you find out their spouse is just a normal person that like has a job in a shop or something. It's kind of mental.
See new sights. Make
Yeah.
new friends.
Obviously
Soar
it's
to
normal.
new heights. Join the
They're
official
like, oh, and
Morley
also I
Challenge
didn't know
Visitor Welcoming Committee today.
Lily Allen and the guy from Stranger Things met on a date in it. David Harbour, his name is. They met on a date in it. Yes. He's got an album. They met on a date in it. Must be a celebrity date in it, sure.
Yeah, surely, like, because otherwise it wouldn't be hard to pull with it.
David
Hi.
Lily
I'm
Allen.
Michael Jordan.
Mikey. I'm Michael Jordan. Goat.
Is it true that Dennis Rodman didn't start playing basketball until he was like 21?
Not professionally. He didn't go to college to do it. Most players in the NBA have been to college. He just played sort of street ball, and then got sort of scouted.
He couldn't score, could he? Couldn't make a free
He's
throw.
terrible at shooting. No, he's terrible at shooting.
But he just had this ADHD fucking nutcase ability to get rebounds.
The rebound and the passing are phenomenal.
What exactly is a rebound when you class something as one rebound?
Is when the board, somebody takes a shot or a dunk and the ball won't go in and it comes out, like it comes at the net or it'll bounce off the board and you catch it. It's called a rebound.
But your team or the other team? So is it like a
Your
defensive
team.
thing?
Right, so Rodman had this skill of where he would know where the ball would bounce. It's like if you play pool, when you hit the side of the pocket, you know where it's going to bounce, if you're that good. He would know where it would go, so if somebody threw a ball and it hit the rim, he would know where it would go, so he would always be the first to get the ball. And that's
So
why.
if one of his team shot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who. Aye, it's got to be his team that shoots.
Yeah, so it's not like or was it collecting the other team's rebounds as well?
Nah, it's only your team that counts the rebound.
That'd be a rebound.
He would always be on the left side of Michael Jordan at all times. He wouldn't plan on shooting. He would always follow Michael Jordan like a sort of guard. He would always catch his rebounds. He's actually had a perfect game where he got 100% rebounds. Like he's terrible at shooting. Like there's a funny video where he's in North Korea. And we watched him try to take a free throw and he kept missing it. And they're all just waiting there, silently watching him. Oh man, he's just like half cut, wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses, trying to take a shot.
His face is fucked in it, but
he's kind of got that Matthew Perry syndrome where he's a really nice, sweet guy, but he's just so full of demons type thing. What his partner said, like Carmen, Electra says he's a great guy, but he just doesn't know how to fix himself type thing.
yeah, that's what he said. Often it comes with that level of brilliance, doesn't it?
Oh, aye. It's the fact that he was so lax in the NBA of the Bulls. He would like show up hungover in that games, but he would always have his greatest games and he was hungover on a bender. What would he have been if he was fucking sober doing this? Like, would have been total. Beer, no, it's a great. What's this?
Imagine if it sounds like if he and Kobe and Michael Jordan played together, that'd be because Kobe was
Oh,
trying to shack it. I've seen that interview where someone says to Kobe, "What would Shaq be if he had to work it?" And he was the greatest player of all time. Just an absolute powerhouse.
Oh,
like, there's no moving Shaq's.
Yeah, couldn't get the. If he had the ball, he was going to score her. He was that fucking powerful.
Yeah, it's just like he's flinging people out of the way.
Fucking giant as
they're
well.
bouncing off him.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely bouncing off of him because he's that fucking powerful.
Nah, he's that tall as well. When you try to shoot your neighbour, you'll be getting it off him because you can just fucking shoot over your way over your head. Danger. Yeah, I love Shaq. I've got a Shaq Lakers home top, right?
Yeah, I see him quite a bit these days on like business videos I watch. He's well respected. He's worth something like 400 mil.
Aye. He's also the face of Papa John's now, and they actually changed it to Papa Shaq's. Yeah, because John Schnatter got ousted for his own company. Danger. What am I doing here? Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Is there anything two-player that we can play?
Gundam, if wishing to play a bit of that. Gundam's a 6-player game, look. I like it, man, it's good, look. First person though, I just like first person games.
Not desperately. Is there anything more in the beat 'em up co-op world?
Depends what you've got.
Right.
What have you got? Look for your library, right? It's just a sports game. A sports game. Skin your arse. Shite sports games. I'm fucking lost. I did here. Where am I going? There. Where am I going?
Oh, I've got a platinum of forest now.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it? The pedometer? Pedometer, Jesus. How many platinums you got now?
26.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've only got one. There was a total accident as well.
Walking Dead.
Nah, close enough though. Telltale Man-Bat game. Batman Telltale.
Yeah. I'm not got that one, but...
That's because you know he's great at gaming than me.